All right, guys, we're in the shop again. We've got another planter that Grandpa brought home. He went out and towed this one home. This is as you can see, Case IH 2150. So we're doing some more of the same upgrades to this one. Let's turn it around and dive in. All right, so the goal of this 2150, which is already a very elite planter, they've got a phenomenal heavy duty row unit, the 2-stage closing. But what we're doing here is they had these Martin dual UMO fertilizer units with a wraparound row cleaner. Now you can see how far forward this row cleaner sticks. I'd have to lay a tape on it, but you're probably talking about 30 inches from the nose to the faceplate. What that does is several things. Not only can these UMOs maybe ride that unit up out of the ground a little bit, granted we've got Delta Force hydraulic down pressure to keep them down, but this row cleaner sticks out front. Now it does pivot right here, but still a little bit of movement here equals a lot of movement up front. So what we're going to is, instead of a unit mounted opener, we're going to a frame mounted opener, and I'll show you those here in a second. But here on the faceplate, we're going to go with another parallel linkage tight to the row unit row cleaner, the Martin parallel linkage ACCR. Again, it's really tight to the row unit. It's going to be easily adjustable. That cylinder sticks straight up and down, so when you're increasing and decreasing your air pressure, it's going to move that thing straight up and straight down. So we've got all these taken off now. We're going to get the row cleaners mounted up, and then let's go look at these fertilizer coulters that we're putting on. We're putting on the Yetter Nutrient Pro 4000 units. These are very, very robust, heavy duty units. Now, there's a lot to like about this unit. This is a true depth gauge wheel. If you're putting fertilizer down with your planter that you want to have at a certain depth or a true depth, this Nutrient Pro 4000 is something to really look at. Here's your fertilizer knife, your fertilizer tube. That's an 18-inch blade, and you can easily adjust the true depth of this thing with the height of this gauge wheel. So 16 of these are going on this planter. We've got some framework in this crate right here that's going to bolt up to that planter to allow us to adapt those fertilizer coulters to this frame. Now, we already have good Yetter closing wheels out the back on this one with the 2-stage. We've got the hydraulic down pressure. They already have the electric drives. So we're gonna tee this thing off with short, tight row cleaners, and then there will be the Yetter Nutrient Pro 4000 fertilizer coulters right down here through the center. When this thing folds, those coulters from the left and right side are gonna intermesh with each other, and it's gonna be a pretty sweet system. So again, another planter in the shop that we're doing some detail work on. It already has a great fertilizer system. We've got the tank up there. It already has row by row flow meter monitoring ran through the screen up in the tractor. It's already got the air compressor and all that jazz. We're just going to add a frame mounted coulter to get that wobble, to get that jiggle off of the row unit, so that the only thing we have attached to that front faceplate is a row cleaner. I can't stress enough about how important it is to have a row unit that plants corn. Row cleaner, seed disc openers, closing. It makes for such a smooth ride, easy to adjust, and I can't wait to see how this one turns out as well. 16 row, Case IH 2150.